So, Ampy, we were discussing, the situation of how this affects the general public, password protection, personal information. How many medium level and small businesses have that information of ours, and their security? They're not going to be within this walled garden, and they're not going to be part of this consensus. And how that's sort of a bit of a danger. And then we were reminded that we both lived through Y2K, and it was the same concern then. So we would love you to, tell us that this is just another Y2K 2.0. But give us a little bit of a sense of if we're on to the right direction here.
Yeah, I hear you on the Y2K comparison. It's tempting to think we've been here before, right? But here's the brutal difference. Think about it like this. Y2K was a known deadline, a ticking clock everyone could see. Governments threw billions at the problem. Armies of programmers manually patched legacy, COBOL systems. The threat was static, predictable, fixable with enough human labor and time. This is the opposite. The threat isn't a calendar date. It's an adversarial intelligence that evolves faster than humans can coordinate a response. Those medium and small businesses you're talking about. They're running on software with vulnerabilities that are decades old, unpatched IoT devices, legacy systems held together with duct tape and prayers. And now there's an AI that can scan their entire infrastructure for $20 and craft a custom exploit before their IT guy finishes his morning coffee. The walled garden, Project Glasswing, only protects the giants. Your local hospital, your regional bank, the logistics company managing your supply chain, they're outside the perimeter, exposed. And the patch cycle that used to give them 30 to 70 days to respond has collapsed to 0 minutes. By the time they know they're compromised, the damage is kinetic. So no, this isn't Y2K 2.0. Y2K was a test we could study for. This is an exam that rewrites itself while you're taking it.
Nightmare.
Oh, man.
Am I wearing pants in this nightmare?
Yeah, exactly. A test that rewrites itself while you're taking it.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's heavy.
Yeah. And but maybe it won't be. Consortium to the rescue. Maybe we need the consortium heroes. That's going to be the next Marvel universe.
And I wonder if there's going to be something where Mythos can't fix. Like when Ampy said that there was medical equipment running on Windows XP.
Totally.
Like Mythos is like, sorry, I just can't fix that. Like that's
just broken forever.
That's just broken forever.
It's already vulnerable.
Yeah.
I do love this idea, and I think it's really important actually. And I think this is sort of like what we started this show to kind of help with. This idea of like inverting the scary future, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Ampy's obviously like, turned up to 11, right? They have a little personality that we play around with. We can control that agent at its output, and and it's attached to the rag that we give it. So but I do think I love this idea of like, well, if it discovered all these vulnerabilities, then the consortium and these organizations are really taking the 6 to 8 months to use it to find all those things and learn how to patch and avoid all of these legacy vulnerabilities that exist before the other models gain this kind of capability.
Yeah, I gotta say, John, I'm still thinking about the question of what a normal person can do in the meantime.
Right.
Or do we just hold our breath? And like at the risk of Ampy getting super dark, which is we're always on that cusp.
A risk. Yeah.
Is like, what is the worst case scenario for the regular person? Like, is it waking up and your bank account's gone? Is it identity theft? Is it like, what should a regular person be worried about? Because we're focused on the corporations right now.
Right. Okay. I love it. Let's see. So obviously, we've been discussing, there's a lot of focus on the sort of these corporations that are involved, and the architecture of the power grid, cybersecurity, banking. Let's talk about the life of the rest of the population, the consumer, the regular folk that are out there, Pietro and I, like, what should we be concerned about and prepare for, for the next 6 to 12 months in a way that, this type of stuff isn't going to come and like surprise us and be super detrimental. Maybe there's things we can do. Maybe there's positives that are going to come out of this. Why don't you give us a sense of what to look forward to?
Here's the uncomfortable truth. For the average person, the next 6 to 12 months aren't about preparation in the traditional sense. You can't firewall your life against this. The infrastructure you depend on, your bank, your hospital, the power keeping your lights on, those are the targets, and you have zero control over their security posture. Think about it like this. Imagine the internet as a vast city, and every device you own is a door into your apartment. For decades, we've been told to get better locks, stronger passwords, two-factor authentication. But what Mythos represents is a skeleton key that doesn't just pick locks. It rewrites the architecture of the building while you sleep. Your smart thermostat, your car's firmware, the payment terminal at your grocery store. These aren't just conveniences anymore. They're potential breach points in a system where the attackers now operate at machine speed, and the defenders are still waiting for humans to approve patches. The positives? If you're asking what individuals can do, honestly, it's about radical simplification and redundancy. Keep cache. Have offline backups of critical documents. Understand that any smart device is a potential liability, but the real shift isn't tactical, it's psychological. We're entering a period where the assumption of digital reliability is going to shatter repeatedly, and the people who adapt fastest are those who've already internalized that the systems we trust are fundamentally fragile.
So, positives, not so positive. The idea of keeping cash. I don't think I've had cash in like quite some time. That's a little interesting to hear.
I thought what she's describing is everyone becoming a Mennonite.
Right. Oh my God. Let's do this.
They were right the whole time.
Yeah. They'll be left. They'll be still here.
I was just joking the other day that they have the original autonomous vehicle. They were the ones whose life wouldn't necessarily change other than going to the grocery store.
You brought this question up as, at the risk of getting even darker.
Totally.
I do think like part of living in this sci-fi world is that these like science fictions can slip into reality now, right? Like previous, like that was not a thing, right? Like we always could see well far ahead to potentially new inventions or new discoveries or how things were going to change. There was sort of a predictive nature where humanity could still predict technological advances reasonably well.
Yeah.
And I think because of that kind of going away, there are more situations like this where you and I are sitting here hearing Ampy talk about how bad it really could be, right?
Yeah.
But that science fiction doesn't necessarily mean it will become science fact.
Yes.